what they want to do with that life. Whether it's a young boy who looks up at the night sky and dreams of piloting a rocket ship to the moon while running around in his Spaceman Joe pajamas. Or a young girl who gets her first stethoscope in a play school I'm a Real Doctor toy kit and recognizes the call to duty to nurse her sick teddy bear back to health with numerous Hello Kitty bandages. That will never come off the fur. Or even an adult who sits behind her desk and realizes she hates her job and would rather harness her love for animals into a career as a zoologist. I've always known I've meant to be a performer, but I realized I was supposed to be an actor when I saw the first Pirates of the Caribbean movie. As I sat in my seat in the theater, I was overwhelmed with the thrill of the movie and the feeling of, I want to do that, shortly followed by, I can do that. Finally, I could totally be Keira Knightley. Now, you know how you have those early childhood memories that you actually remember, and then there are those that you've heard so many times they're ingrained in your brain as your actual memories? My first performance memory comes from a home video. There we are, 22 3-year-olds, all lined up in a row, complete in our saloon girl outfits, with feather in hair and elbow-length gloves. We're lined up to walk out on stage. Right hand on head, left hand on hip. Or is it left hand on head, right hand on hip? Just do what the girl in front of you is doing. We walk out on stage, and we get to our spots. The music begins to play. Mississippi Mud by Bing Crosby. Now we're all on stage, and this is it. This is my moment. I'm gonna be a star. Oh, what's Susie doing? Laura's good too. Then the music stops. Oh, we're done? Okay. We begin to make our exit, hands on hips and heads just as before. But I'm not done yet. I haven't had my moment. So I stop. Susie bumps into me, Laura into her, and so on like a set of falling dominoes. But this isn't about them, it's about me. So I stop, take that hand off my head, blow a kiss to the audience to show my grand appreciation for their attention and make my exit stage right. Oh yeah, they noticed me. So I was a little bit of a diva. But to make it in this business, you've got to have confidence. And while I wasn't overwhelmed with popularity in elementary school, I had the stage to boost that confidence I lacked in everyday life. I auditioned for my first show in 3rd grade, the Granny Awards. It was written by one of our teachers, and it was about Granny, who is featured in many fairy tales and fables, was retiring after 50 years in show business, and as part of her farewell, she was hosting an award show. While I wanted to be the fairy narrator, I auditioned and was cast as Little Red Riding Hood, a small but notable part. My first onstage debut was also my first venture into the genre of rap. Little Red, as I was called, was accepting the award for Best Rap Song, Big Bad Wolf, by Little Red and the Three Little Pigs. I thugged it on stage with my pig posse following closely behind, and as we were accepting the award for Best Rap Song, we were asked to perform part of that song. To this day, I still remember my verse. You're a big bad wolf, that's no mistake. Your evil ways sure take the cake. You left poor Granny in a mess, and these 3 pigs in such distress. You're a big bad wolf, such a big bad wolf. Sawyer and got my first call back. Wow, my first call back. This was such a monumental event in my life that my parents actually postponed our trip to Philadelphia so I could attend the callback. So instead of a 2-day car trip, we spent 1 day, 15 hours in the car, me smushed between my brother and sister, bags piled under my feet, trying to get comfortable and nonchalantly trying to rest my head on my sister's shoulder to take a nap. But none of that mattered. I had my first call back. Now, I didn't get the part, but that's okay, because that's the theater where Dakota Fanning was discovered. Moral of the story. Don't cast Stacy, your theater closes down. Give Stacy a call back, you discover Dakota Fanning. In middle school, there was Bye Bye Birdie. We love you, Conrad, oh yes we do. We love you, Conrad. Yeah. And then there was the Music Man. 76 trombones in the big parade, with 110 cornets, da-da-da. By the time we hit high school, there was the Baddest Angel Band. Angels can't wear Converse. A young lady of property. But Papa, it's my house, you can't sell it. A Midsummer Night's Dream. Lysander, Demetrius, Helena, and Treasure Island. Pirates and Treasure. Then we arrived at college. I was accepted to Georgia College and State University as an early childhood education major. Wait, you say? Isn't this show called Yes, I'm a Theater Major? Why, you are correct, clever audience member. However, you be patient, you'll see the path I'm leading you down. I was an education major planning to teach 4 to 5-year-olds the ways of the elementary world. However, those plans were based on my high school boyfriend and my hopes for his hopeless future. The plan didn't go as planned. I arrived at Georgia College on a gloriously sunny Spring Fest day. Eager and anxious for my scholarship audition I had been planning for weeks. As I sat in Russell Auditorium listening to department heads drone on and on, I constantly glanced at my watch as the minutes ticked away. Mom, my audition's at noon in Russell Auditorium. Yes, that's where we are. It's 12:15, what are we gonna do? My mother, being the wonderfully wise woman that she is, suggests we go out and find some help. So we get up as calmly and quietly as we can. Excuse me. We burst through the doors to find ourselves in a vast labyrinth we have no idea how to navigate or even where we're going. Then a tall, statuesque black man in a green shirt and khaki pants walks up with a friendly smile and asks if there's anything he can help us find. I anxiously blurt out, I have an audition and I'm late. He smiles again, greets my parents with a hearty, hello, Silvermans, and leads us to Max Noah Recital Hall. I walk in and there are a few other auditionees there, but I sit down quietly and wait my turn. Stacy Silverman. My heart begins to race. I stand up calmly with a smile and make my way to the stage to perform. Hello, my name is Stacy Silverman, and I will be performing. I don't remember what pieces I performed that day, but they must have been somewhat memorable, because a few weeks later, I received a scholarship offer in the mail. This paper would define my final decision. As I read through the paperwork, I noticed a sentence at the bottom. You must be a theater major. That's not all it said, but that's all I read. You must be a theater major. It was as if the skies had opened up and God himself had sent me the paper as the angels sang. "Oh." dancing diva to a 21-year-old who lives and breathes theater. I have arrived, and for the last 4 years, I have been privileged to answer the most basic yet life-defining question as a college student. What's your major? With a confident, slightly elitist answer of theater. Yes, I am a theater major. I go to class from 9 until 5, and then I go to rehearsal from 6 until 10. If you want to hang out, I can't, I have rehearsal. If I want to hang out, you can't, you have rehearsal. I honestly don't know what to do with myself when I'm not in a show other than clean my room, watch a lot more TV, and go to bed at a reasonable hour. And that's fun every now and again, but it's uneventful. It's ordinary. And I, personally, would always rather be extraordinary.